This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis believes the Free National Movement administration is guilty of poor budgeting and budget mismanagement, and he also accused the Minister of Finance and the Free National Movement of driving the country over a fiscal cliff. During his contribution to the debate on the 2019-2020 midterm supplementary budget tabled last month, and making reference to the first 6-month report of budgetary performance published by the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Davis said these reconfirm his position that the Minister of Finance is not up to the task before him. The Progressive Liberal Party leader pointed to several ways which he believes proves his point that the government has mismanaged its finances, which includes non-hurricane related supplemental appropriations. Mr. Davis said although the resolution tabled to borrow $587 million suggests it directly linked to the impact of Hurricane Dorian, he said the government has sneaked in approximately $122 million in non-hurricane expenditure, adding that millions of dollars are being allocated for expenses that have absolutely nothing to do with the storm. Those, he pointed out, include monies allocated to the tune of millions of dollars for a generator at Bahamas Power and Light, recent lump sum payments to public servants, millions on the Grand Lucayan Hotel, and millions to upgrade the Princess Margaret Hospital, public parks and beaches, and for the office of the Prime Minister. Mr. Davis contends that the government was fully aware or should have been aware of all these recurrent expenses but refused to include them in the 2019-2020 budget. Mr. Davis also contends that all right-thinking Bahamians should see this supplementary budget as a last-gasp effort to continue the failed fiscal policies of the FNM administration. In news from the courts, Bahamian Haitian national 38-year-old Jean Joseph of Ross Corner was charged with 1 count of murder. Appearing in magistrate's court this afternoon, Joseph was charged with causing unlawful harm related to the death of Roderick Taylor. According to reports, in the early morning hours of February 16th, Taylor's body was discovered on Ross Corner with stab wounds. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Appearing before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt, Joseph was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until April 28th, when he returns to court for a service of a voluntary bill of indictment, which will fast-track his case to the Supreme Court. Meantime, a 36-year-old Hannah Road resident and former sales representative of Mr. Shippett was arraigned in magistrate's court today on 12 counts of falsification and stealing by reason of employment. Antonia Curry appeared before Deputy Chief Magistrate Andrew Forbes. It is alleged that Curry committed these crimes at Mr. Shippett Mackey Street between August 17th and September 28th, 2019. In the month of August, between the 17th and the 29th, she falsified records and stole a total of $5,503.39. It is further alleged that between August 30th and September 28th, Curry falsified records and stole some $5,882.41. She pleaded not guilty to all of these charges. She was denied bail and remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until April 14th, when she returns for a VBI. Meantime, another man charged today in magistrate's court in connection with that brazen early morning armed robbery of Portraits a la Sawyer on Carmichael Road. It was last Monday the 44-year-old Andino Cunningham of number 21 Pinewood Gardens and his accomplice, 44-year-old George Delver, attempted to rob Charles Sawyer and his business establishment of $208,028. Andino Cunningham was charged today with armed robbery and receiving and possession of an illegal firearm. He was not required to enter a plea and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. In news from the crime beat, 2 armed robbers are on the loose and police need your help in locating and apprehending the alleged suspects. Police say the robbery occurred shortly before 10 p.m. Wednesday. A man was outside a business establishment on Blue Hill Road north of School Lane when he was approached by 2 males, one armed with a firearm, who robbed him of cash and a cell phone before making good their escape on foot. Investigations are ongoing. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.